There's nothing better than a glass of tea. And what's more fun than trying some different varieties?
Here to wet our whistle is Latea Bubble Tea Lounge in Champaign. We have founder and owner Jack Shao here joining us now. Hi, Jack.
Hi, Erin.
We're glad you're here.
So excited you're here.
Thank you for having me.
I am so impressed because I'm really looking forward to learning a lot more about boba. It's not something I know a ton about, but this is your grandmother's recipe.
Yes, definitely. So she used to, back in the 80s, this is how one of her business that she started. It was just a traditional dessert in Taiwan. Back in the days, boba, it's not like in the drink. It's just served on its own like a dessert. And it's really just very simple. But it's made out of tapioca. You add brown sugar or flavor into it, mix it up, and then you cut it and roll into a small pearls like this and cook it up. And there you go. Here's your boba.
If it's a dessert that you usually serve on the side, what made you decide, let's put it in some tea?
So I would like to claim that.
Okay.
So that actually happened in Taiwan back in the 80s. Traditionally, boba was served separately, like I said, like a dessert. When tea drinks is also very popular. There's a lot of tea shop already back in the 80s. But there's one particular tea shop that served both the boba as dessert and tea. And the employee accidentally dropped the boba in the drink. Voila.
Bubble tea.
He did something.
Yeah. And
so,
well, you're going to show us how to make boba.
Exactly, like how my grandma used to do it.
Okay, without giving us the secret recipe, I'm sure.
I don't mind.
Oh!
Well, it's too time consuming, so if anyone wants to steal it, go ahead. I'm confident now.
Patience is virtue here.
Exactly. So we have here the simple ingredient, tapioca powder. If you don't know what tapioca is, it's basically just like a potato or root. And they grind it to a fine powder form.
It's a starch.
It's a starch, exactly.
Okay.
So what makes it very unique to chewy, it's the characteristic of tapioca. It makes it really chewy, unlike any other starch. So here we have, so the recipe, simple, tapioca powder, brown sugar, raw brown sugar, not the one with the molasses, unprocessed. So we pour it in, mix it up.
And you really focus on making sure this is not processed. You're using natural ingredients.
This is what makes us different, and that's what my grandma taught me growing up, because my mom and my dad are so busy with their work. They're entrepreneur. So I was always alone, and they have to send me to my grandmom's.
Aww.
And she taught me everything that I knew right now. So I want to stay true to that. So what I have here, then it's the roasted brown sugar. It's also her recipe. We roast that sugar that I added in-house, give that nice smoky caramel flavor. And then I'm going to add some water. Just like any recipe, you need to add some water to make a dough.
Oh, it's a dough, okay.
Yep, you have to first make it into dough, then you cut it. So
I'm guessing you have to hand roll each little ball.
Back in the days.
If you're in Grandma's kitchen, that's what you do.
Yes. So now we have a thing called mixer.
Yes.
I don't know if that's
What?
perfect sense.
A
You
mixer?
said it was time consuming.
Very time consuming if you roll it by hand. My hand will be worn out
Falling off.
if I threw out.
Oh, that's so funny. So you're just going to keep kneading away there. Okay, we're about out of time, but you have multiple locations around the country, basically. But where are you at here in Central Illinois?
We are right by 6th Street, 601 South 6th Street, Suite 105, and it's right on campus.
Yeah. Now, okay, you've got stuff boiling over there. Is bubble tea usually served hot?
No, so that's a great question. So once we make it into a pearl like this, then we need to cook it.
Oh,
so
all the processes.
Yes.
Wow.
So like I said, it's very time consuming, but once you taste it, it's worth it.
It's also like one of the most fun foods to eat on the planet. Like, I love the texture of it.
It's like drinking a dessert.
It
edible
is.
Dessert.
There you go.
That's great.
Okay, well, we can't wait to try some boba tea, some bubble tea coming up here in a little bit. But in the meantime, we'll connect you with everything happening at Latea at our website, stayliving.tv.